Hello, my name is Richie Blunt, and I'm a lead technical expert with Hitachi Vantara. And today we want to introduce you to a new solution that Hitachi and Commvault have brought to the market, our Data Fortress. The Data Fortress helps not only to protect data, but it helps to protect data in a ransomware recovery event. And so we know there's numerous things that can impact our operations. Things from hardware or system failures, geographical events such as tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, even power outages. But today we're going to focus on ransomware. And we know that data breaches are increasing year over year. So are the number of threat actors and their level of sophistication. And so no matter how well we prepare, sometimes the unexpected happens. Let's take a look at MGM. MGM was attacked with a phishing scheme where hackers impersonated an employee simply using LinkedIn information to fool the IT help desk for system access. When MGM found the initial attack, they turned off their authentication services to try and lock out the attacker. Unfortunately, the damage was already done, and they had encrypted more than 100 hypervisors in the environment. So what was the impact to MGM? Well, first of all, their customers had their data stolen. Many of them were locked out of the hotel and check-ins were compromised. A ransomware demand of $30 million was made. $15 million was paid. They had a total loss of business of $100 million. And they had to pay overtime and consulting fees of $10 million. And recovery time? Well, the core applications took 10 days, but the full return to operations took 5 weeks in total. So how does this data fortress help our customers? Well, first of all, we provide a remedy for a cyber attack because we provide the restore capabilities immediately. As you notice here, we have our production environment where we're backing up our file servers, our virtualized environment, our database servers to an HSX appliance. We can also move data off of block storage by way of IntelliSnap onto that HSX environment. That block array also has private fiber channel connections over into the cyber recovery environment. Now notice we have two connections here. One, a private fiber channel connection, as well as a secure encrypted connection into that data fortress. Within the data fortress, we have our control plane already built out because we cannot expect to be able to leverage any of the production elements because they will be in a quarantine environment. And then lastly, notice we have within the recovery environment and beside our data fortress, the isolated or the IRE environment, where now we can restore all of those applications and its resources in its fullness. So the basis of this platform is built on hardware root of trust. We then add a layer of hardware encryption on top of that. And then at the application layer, we leverage our space-efficient, immutable, long-term retention snapshots. Then Hitachi's 100% data availability guarantee. So that when that time comes, customers have a high level of confidence that not only can they recover their data, but those systems that they've invested in will be available. So now let's take a look at what happens when that encryption event occurs. So now we have our immutable copies landing on the Hitachi storage array. They're being moved over private fiber channel connections over to the secondary Hitachi array inside of that data fortress. Well, now we can begin the process by way of Commvault orchestration of creating those snap-on-snap copies. So we're taking those immutable copies, we're creating a secondary copy of those safe snaps, and then we're presenting those to the hypervisors so that they can then quickly bring up those applications. And so how can customers prepare? Well, it's been a challenge because If we leverage classic backup technologies, they take a long time to recover and require additional space. Our solution introduces fast recovery for large amounts of data without needing additional space. Customers have often leveraged storage-based snapshots, but many times those are not application consistent. Our solution provides application consistent recovery so that we ensure that we protect all of the data. And lastly, preparedness. IT organizations have not always been able to recover confidently because they cannot rehearse those recovery scenarios. With our environment, those resources are available 24/7 so that they can test that recovery any hour of the day and any day of the week. So our resiliency is based on confidence. Confidence in the immutability and the encryption. Our confidence in that air gap technology. We know that it's reliable with our unique integration with Commvault. You've got those application consistent data copies. And it's fast. The super quick recovery using snap-on-snap technology and Commvault's orchestration capability. So in summary, we want to be able to protect that data, to identify that point of attack through technologies like ThreatScan. We want to be able to leverage our SafeSnap so that we can cover massive amounts of data very quickly. We want to be able to power up and get things going quickly by recovering those systems and making sure that we recover every bit of data with those application consistent snapshots. And then we want to expose that environment and get going again. So with that, I hope you will take the time to investigate our Data Fortress solution. Have a great day.